Welcome to my YouTube channel, your one stop destination for mastering CBSE Class 12 Sociology. Today, we dive into a topic that connects every corner of the world: globalization and social change. In this video, we will break down this chapter in simple language with real life examples, practice question, and exam tips. So, stay tuned. Hi, everyone. Let's get started. Chapter 6 of Sociology, Globalization and Social Change. Grab your notes and let's ace this together. What is globalization? Let's begin with the basics. What is globalization? Globalization is the process of increasing interconnectedness and interdependency of countries. This means goods, services, information, ideas, and even culture moves across border more freely than ever before. Globalization referred to the integration of global economies, societies, and culture through a global network of trade, communication, and transportation. But globalization is not a new. It has historical root in the Silk Road trade routes, colonialism, and industrialization. However, the 20th century saw globalization escalated due to advancement in technology, liberalization of trade, and the growth of multinational corporations. Dimension of globalization. Globalization is multidimensional. Let's break it down into four key aspects: economic, cultural, political, and technological. Economic globalization. This refers to the global integration of economic, international trades, foreign investment, and multinational corporations are key players here. For example, companies like Apple, Amazon operate worldwide, making the world a single economic platform. Number two is cultural globalization. Have you noticed how Bollywood movies now feature international location, or how Western fast food chain like McDonald's adapt to local taste? That's cultural globalization, where global and local culture mix and influence each other. Number three is political globalization. Organizations like the United Nations, WTO, and IMF play a big role in governing international relations. They make decisions that affect countries globally. Number four is technological globalization. Thanks to the internet and social media, people across the globe are connected instantly. Platforms like Platforms like Instagram and YouTube are perfect example of how technology has made the world a smaller place. Consequences of globalization. Globalization has both positive and negative consequences. Let's look at them one by one. First, we discussed positive effect. Economic growth and job opportunities. Countries like India have seen rapid IT sector growth due to globalization. Cultural exchange. People can experience global cuisine, music, and fashion. Access to technology. Smartphone and internet services have become widespread. Negative effect. Economic disparity. The rich get richer, while marginalized sections face challenges. Cultural homogenization. Local traditions are often overshadowed by dominant global culture. Environmental concern. Increased industrialization leads to pollution and climate change. Globalization in India. Now let's talk about how globalization had shaped India. In 1991, India adopted the liberalization, privatization, and globalization, re- that is called LPG reforms. These reforms open up the Indian economy to foreign investment and trades. How these LPG reform impact India? Economic impact: growth of IT hubs like Bengaluru, foreign investment in industries, and increase export. Number two is cultural impact. Westernization in lifestyle, fashion, and entertainment. For example, Indian youth embracing international music and dance. Number three is social impact. Urbanization, changing family structures, and increased consumerism. But globalization in India is not without challenges. Small scale industries and local artisans often struggle to compete with global players. Resistance to globalization. While globalization brings opportunities, it also faces resistance. Why? Because it often leads to inequalities and exploitation. Example of resistance movement: farmer protesting against multinational corporation that exploit resources, and protest against privatization of natural resources like water and forest. These movements highlight the need for a balance between globalization and the protecting local interests. Cultural changes due to globalization. One of the biggest impact of globalization is on culture. Homogenization versus heterogenization. Homogenization means global culture dominate local ones, creating uniformity. For example, Western fast food chain replacing traditional cuisines. Heterogenization means cultural mix, creating diversity. For instance, Bollywood incorporating Hollywood element while keeping Indian tradition intact. A concept of globalization. Think of McDonald's serving Mac Aloo Tikki burger in India. That's globalization, global products adapting to local taste. Before we end, let's quickly recap the key point of this chapter. Globalization is the process of global interconnectedness. It has economic, cultural, political, and technological dimensions. Positive impact include economic growth and cultural exchange. Negative impact include inequalities and cultural homogenization. In India, globalization began with the 1991 LPG reforms. Resistance movements focus on protecting local interests and resources. To ace this chapter in your exam, remember to use example like LPG reforms and cultural globalization in India. Write balanced answer discussing both positive and negative impacts. Then number 3, practice previous year question for better understanding. That's all for today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video. Thank you.